Well, haven't we been doing well? Or not really? 5 defeats in a row. The last one, again, we were unlucky a bit. I mean, we got a late goal to make it 2-1, but yeah, it just wasn't good enough. We've been on such a bad run. 2 draws before the 5 defeats mean we haven't won a game for about 2 months in game terms, which has been a real problem. And what does that mean? Well, it means that today we have one final game against Werder Bremen, sitting in 12th currently. And look at that. We're clinging on to the last Europa League spot. Dortmund behind us. If we win today, we stay in the spot and we get European football, or at least a chance at it. If we draw or lose, anything can happen depending on other results. So it's an important game. We've really struggled. The last game that I played against Hoffenheim, we were no better than we have been before. Really poor run of form. I got criticised in the press for not wanting to deviate from my 4-3-3 formation. So one final game in the season, and I've decided let's do something slightly different. So instead of playing the deep-lying playmaker at this point, we've moved it up until El Neni to play on the central midfield line, and then we're going to play Marin as an attacking midfielder. So we're playing the 4-2-3-1. It's a simple change, but it is a change. Hopefully it will mean that we get something positive from it. We're playing the wide formation. The defensive area remains the same in terms of how we're asking them to play. The 2 wide men are the same, Batshuayi up front. Marin is on the attacking midfield line as a support role. Douglas Luiz, we're not going to be playing the Carrilero. We're actually going to get him to play box to box. So that's the final change to make. But El Neni now plays as the deep line playmaker on the central midfield line. So we'll see whether that helps us in terms of springing a surprise on our opposition for today. Wish us luck, everybody. One final attempt. Can we secure a Europa League spot for next season, which would be amazing if we could. So I've used the sort of we know how good we are type of team talk. So go and show everybody how good we are. And then I've positively reinforced that for each of the sections of our side, saying I have faith in you. It's got some motivation in the side. So hopefully that will help us. One last effort. Here we go into the game. Werder Bremen are at home, and they have that home advantage. We kick off, but nothing comes of that initial highlight. So we'll just see what the highlights bring as the game moves forward. Remember, we're playing on our wide play in the 4-2-3-1 formation today. So there's the change that people have been asking for. They've been criticising and saying I don't change. That's because for half of the season we were playing so well with what we had. I was sure that it was the right way for us to be playing, and then it's just gone south over the last couple of months, and we haven't been able to get any positive results. Hopefully today will be different. We'll find whatever it is that we need just to get over the line of the season and find that Europa League spot, which at the beginning of the season would have been utterly laughable for us to get anywhere near it. It says something that I'm now slightly disappointed that we've fallen this far out in terms of we were sort of sitting in 3rd, 4th for quite a long time. It's a bit disappointing that the season came to such a bad end, but that's kind of where we are. I think it was an inconsistent season, and that's been the problem. Kruse with the throw-in, the goalkeeper misses it. I think he was probably fouled. A penalty, I was fouled. I didn't quite know who it was that was fouled, but we'll take it. Batshuayi with the penalty, puts it away, 1-0 up, 36 minutes. It was a bit of a strange decision. We'll have to see if we get a 3D replay just to see exactly what happened. No, we're just going to get the replay of the penalty. Fair enough. Nothing I can do about that now. But I will take it all day long. So there's a decent opportunity for us to go in the lead at half-time if we can just hold on for the last 5 minutes of the game. Get a decent lead at half-time and then come out and fight for it in the second half. So far, so good. We're doing everything that we need to do to keep hold of that last Europa League spot. So well done to the guys for the first half. Let's go in and passionately say that we're happy with how things are going. I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. That gets everybody delighted. Hopefully that means that they stay focused and concentrated on doing the same in the second half. So Werder Bremen kick off the second half. Everybody's healthy enough to continue in the game from our point of view, which is positive. We have lost a few people to injury, as you know. Silva and Burnich are the key ones that are just not fit to play at the moment. Unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. So here's another opportunity. Kruse with the free kick comes in. Bit of a mix up in the penalty area from their defensive unit. And we get another goal, which is fabulous. It looks like at the very last moment, we're going to do what we need to keep hold of that spot. So Kempf with the header back into the centre of the penalty area off the free kick, and Batshuayi follows the ball in and powers the shot home for a decent 2-0 win. Where were Werder Bremen 3-4 games ago when I needed a win? Kruse again, and Marin at the back post. And if there's no offside thing, which I don't think there was, what an amazing game this is all of a sudden. We've decided to show up. Maybe the 4-2-3-1 wasn't such a bad idea after all. I'll have to think about that in the summer as I try and recruit some players for next season as to how exactly we want to play. And maybe we need sort of a couple of different formations as well as styles of play. Again with the long throw, but they pick up the loose ball in the penalty box and they drive forward on the counter-attack. There was a challenge there, which meant that we were able to get a foot in. Marin got the foot in. Eventually, it finds its way to Hahn on our right-hand side. Can he get a cross in? He does, but the cross is blocked. Kruse with the follow-up cross. Batshuayi comes in with a header and hits the post on the near post. Bit up and down on that one. You know, they had a go, we had a go, and our opportunity came about, and we almost took it, which was very encouraging. What an interesting game this has been all of a sudden. Such a change round in sort of fortunes. So we're at 69 minutes. Let's go in and sort of keep things moving and a bit fresh. Kempf has got a yellow card. I don't want that to continue. We've got a 3-goal cushion, so I'm happy to bring Tiru on to play the last few minutes of the game. Hahn hasn't looked particularly good, so Hadji will come on. Batshuayi is playing very well. De Rossa not so much, so Bertram can come on. We'll keep the freshness in the wide positions, and because that's how we're playing through our wide areas today. Hopefully that will mean that for the last 15 minutes of the game we get a bit more energy about us again in the wide areas and we can do something else. So we'll see what happens. They have an opportunity here. They bring it through the centre of the pitch. Is he going to get a shot away? He is, but it's easily dealt with by Greitbust, and that's the end of that particular highlight. No counter-attack for us, but that's okay. You can see it's been an even game in terms of chances created, etc., but they've had more possession, but that's what we would expect on our attacking wide structure of play. We don't keep hold of the ball particularly. We just try and use it very well when we got it. And time is ticking away. And folks, I don't know what to tell you. After game after game of frustration, we've managed to find a way to claw onto that last Europa League spot. United City are in the Europa League for next season. It's amazing. It wasn't what I was expecting when we started this season. I will happily take it at the end of it. Hopefully that will increase the quality of player that we can attract. They're having an opportunity of passage of play here and they get a goal, but I can't say I'm bothered. That's fine, whatever. We're going to win, so we get a better quality of player potentially for us to buy. It will be interesting to see how much transfer budget again we've been given for next season. That's important to see how we reshape this side. We've got, still too many loan players for my liking, but I don't know whether that will change or not. We've got to increase the quality of our strikers, I think, because we're not quite getting the amount of goals there that I'd like. I still think we need a better quality goalkeeper as well. There's still stuff to work on in this squad, but it gives me a platform to do it from now. I'm going to go in and tell them that positively that was brilliant. That was really special. Nobody gave us a chance. That's made everybody happy to finish the season off with, has stopped the rot. We'll come out of there and see what that did to the table as to where everybody finished at the end of the season. And here we are, United City in 7th place, get an opportunity at the Europa League. I don't know at what point that means that we'll enter the Europa League, very early on I would imagine, but we'll give it a really good go to see if we can get through at least a round or two and start the experience of European football at United City. The likes of Borussia Dortmund fell out of European stuff. Bayer Leverkusen, who were last year's champions, who, looked ordinary all season long, which is really interesting, considering I think it was them that lent us Dil Rossen. They've really kicked themselves, haven't they, really? I don't think we're going to be able to keep hold of him, though, unfortunately. So we'll see what we can do in the summer window to improve what we've got currently at the side. So our rearguard action provides memorable United City victory. Curtain comes down on the Bundesliga. What else? I've got a new tactic which I triumph with. That's what people were asking for, so I delivered it. We qualify for Europa League. Brilliant. Kempf impresses. We've received 54 million for finishing in 7th, which for us is a huge amount of money. Again, qualification for the Europa League. So you can see immediately our finances are back up to the 40 million mark. 47 million. It means that we're not going to get a huge transfer budget, I wouldn't have thought, but it'll be big enough hopefully to change a few things. I'm going to have to wheel and deal again, figure out how I want the team to play next season, and spend the summer reinventing this side. And I look forward to coming back at the end of the transfer window, whenever it closes, just to show you what it is that I've achieved, and start for next season with a positive outlook. We're in the Europa League. There'll be an early qualification round for that will probably play as well. So look out for the next episode in a couple of days' time from your perspective, but I've got a lot of work to do between now and then. So thanks for joining me for this season. I will see you next season for what will be season 4 of the United City Randomiser. Bye for now. Europa League. Woo! Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.